coming to the conclusion of a bunch of things in wrestling lately that have just been bothering me. And for a while I couldn't figure it out. And I saw that Leo Rush um was out of his title match. I think it was a three-way match or something for the IWGP Junior title.
Yeah.
Currently, Hiromu is attempting to set the defense record, and they're filling Leo's spot in or with Yo. I know a
Hmm.
lot of people don't like Yo. I consider myself a big Yo fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
You on team shit.
it's the shit team. Um, so I was just like, I just had a breakthrough. I'm like, fuck it, put it on Yo. I don't care. I'm like, bro, if I gotta watch one more fucking world champion somewhere or some type of big champion that's had the belt for a year, 2 years, setting his fucking records, I'm like, bro, this shit has gone way too far in one
The opposite
direction.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this
Yeah.
shit needs to like start like getting like we need some hot potatoing. We need some shit that this is why. Yes, yes.
I get what you're saying. I
What?
think there needs to be a middle road between ultra long title runs and hot potatoing.
Like,
Hot
bro,
potato
like
should
people
be
are
over
holding
quick.
titles like it's like I don't know if they're just emulating Roman Reigns or whatever, and they set the trends so to speak, but. MJF's had the belt for fucking ever.
He's
Sonata's
had it for
like
11
not
months.
not exciting a soul with this thing.
Sonata's had it since the spring,
The secondary fucking champions. Orange Cassidy had it forever.
Yep,
Fucking Walters had the belt forever.
like 2 years
Um
damn near.
the item or Hiromu, as I mentioned, like there's just like it's
Yeah,
like, hey man, do something else. Like like this is why the FTR and had FTR not been injured, who knows how long they would have had it, and they've had it since like March or some shit. So it was like, yo,
what's the FTR injury? Because I'd
I
never heard
believe
about the
Cash is
injury.
hurt. I don't know what it actually is, but we'll get
Oh
into it
damn,
more in that section. But I was like, yo, I'm bored.
I
I'm
get it.
bored with like
I get
these
it.
never ending, seemingly like these no hope challengers that are getting rolled out just to like for these artificial lengths. It's like, give me something like that I don't expect somewhere that's like good. Like, give me something that's like, yo, I want to see, like the Big Bill and Ricky Starks surprise title win. I
Uh-huh.
came out my seat for this thing. I didn't expect that.
Well,
And
I think that's more about
well,
the anti FTR vibes
you
of this
gotta
podcast than
you gotta add
actual
that in
Ricky
there.
Starks and Big Bill.
That's
This is
on
like, yeah,
that's on there like a little bit of seasoning, but like Big Bill executed the man with like 4 choke slams, and I was like, yo, there's no fucking way this is continuing. And then he fucking beats him, and I was like, holy shit. Like it was pretty exciting. And I was
okay.
like, we've got this Title Tuesday show coming up, right?
Hmm.
Where the fuck is the world title match? Where the like there like the belts that we got on the line? We've got the international belt. It's going back and forth. It's flipping up a little bit.
It's him and Moxley, right?
Is Phoenix and Moxley. So they've
Yeah.
done like with that one. They've switched that belt up lately, and it feels exciting, but it almost feels
But that belt got
inevitable.
switched out of necessity more than actual like planning.
And it almost feels
Whether that matters to you or not.
right. It almost feels inevitable that it's going back to Moxley, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, Phoenix, like, what about what he could do with it? And
Right.
that feels like that's just gonna be another long. And there's nothing wrong with John Moxley or anything, but I'm like, yo, it just feels like it's gonna be this another long reign, and I'm just so tired of the long title reigns right now.
Yeah, it's been. I mean, with Roman is one thing because like that's
That's like a whole
he's
nother
top.
division, but
He's the
they're
top
acting like
heel and
they
top.
can't beat Seth Rollins now, and I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah. Especially when he had a losing record on pay per view last year. So yeah, I think you're onto something there. Um, and that was a big Triple H thing. Was long title reigns. In NXT. Uh,
and then these people
with
are
these
winning the
with the,
belt. Sorry, my fault. Go ahead.
like I don't mind someone having, you know, 9 months or whatever else. I think the standard should be like around 8 9 months, whatever. Once you start going over there, you need to have a good reason for it. It needs to be like, all right, we're building towards some gigantic show, or you know, if you're AEW or you're WWE, like we're building towards one of our A pay-per-views or A shows or a big like winter is coming type thing, right? Or you know, beach break, or sorry, is it beach break?
Yeah, yeah.
They do have a beach break, but I didn't mean that. I mean what do they call Bash at the Beach for them? Fuck it, Fight for the Fallen or whatever else,
yeah.
Or Fighter Fest, right? That kind of thing.
Quake at the Lake. That type of shit.
Yeah, Quake at the Lake's another example. Yeah, like when they had the anniversary show, you know, that kind of stuff, right?
Title Tuesday.
I don't think that quite reaches the level as opposed to, hey, you've been preempted. We moving your ass around for the playoffs. But yeah, I'm definitely with you. I think all these title scenes, for the most part, are kind of quiet and have a lot of like non-threats. You know, and like I watched Stardom pay-per-view this morning, and it was like, oh, it's Tam versus Natsuko, and like, you know how it is, like a good booker when they have a weak challenger, they'll give him everything, and it's like, okay, so in the Grand Prix, and I talked about this before we started recording, like they had Natsuko go out there and pin Mayu, Shuri, and Tam. If that don't scream no hoper to you, I don't know what I don't know what that tells you, right? So they went out there and they did that match, and it was up until the very end where I think Tam may have torn her ACL or blew out her knee or whatever else. I thought the match was actually like it got somewhere pretty interesting once they got to the high spots. So whatever, but yeah, I just I'm with you. Like I want to see the threats. Like I want to see the people that like I want to see Tam versus Mayu, Tam versus Shuri, a Tam versus Utami match, that sort of thing. I want to see like MJF versus Kenny Omega, which they teased on BTE, but then it's like it's also funny because like the whole BTE thing is so much about like long form stories and character and how it ties into AEW and or whatever promotions these people are in. It is like, okay, so he's there hanging out with the Elite on like, and he's Adam Cole's homeboy. What was the last time we seen Adam Cole on screen with any of the Elite? He whooped the Elite's ass.
Yeah.
Why didn't they jump him right then in the back? So there's just a lot of stuff going on that I feel like just being like left, if a lot of it feels back to like it's standard wrestling, as opposed to like we're putting a lot of deep thought into these things for over a long period of time. And it does feels like a lot of laziness is going on right now around the world. Not just like Stardom, not just AEW, not just WWE. But what I will say about AEW is like at least like there is an order and it looks like there's a direction they're headed, as opposed to after the around the Punk stuff, we're like, we don't know what the fuck is going on. They seem like they know where they're headed. Am I exactly interested in like what's going on with MJF, Adam Cole at the top? No, but I am interested in what else is going around outside of that. So yeah, I get you. Right.
They've got some they got some depth to some of the stuff they're doing, but like